Some of us Walmart squatters try to be as discreet as possible, while others, not so much. I think that's his toilet right there outside. Come on, man. A cute little smart car with eyelashes. Is it traveling with this beast? What a monstrosity. Beauty and the Beast. A homemade fifth wheel. Maybe a band of gypsies live in it. As I leave the Northeast and make my way through Orange County, New York, I saw a school bus with a foreign language. It looked to me like Hebrew, and sure enough, I started seeing kosher stores and Hasidic Jewish men out and about. There's a kosher ice cream place right there. And I saw a woman with a turban. According to Google, Hasidic women keep their hair covered with turbans or hats or wigs. I had always thought that Hasidic Jewish people all lived in New York City, but then I remembered hearing on a podcast that they have as many children as the Bible instructs them to. Be fruitful and multiply. So they've spread out to the suburbs of New York City. And they also have as many children as possible to try to replenish the Jewish people killed in the Holocaust. For example, Mrs. Yitta Schwartz survived the Holocaust, then came to this country and had 15 children, 200 grandchildren, and hundreds more great and great-great-grandchildren, totaling almost 2,500 living descendants that were produced before she died at age 93. Low bridge, duck your head. And now I'm crossing into Pennsylvania Amish country, where the Amish have an average of 8 children per family. And they're also spreading out these large families and communities. And we are now seeing Amish people in New England for the first time. They're buying up farmland in Vermont, New Hampshire, and western Massachusetts. And when I was driving around Maine this past summer, I saw some brand new signs that were put up indicating that drivers in Maine will be sharing the roads with Amish buggies. So while the Amish and Hasidic Jewish women are averaging 8 children each, the rest of the women in this country are averaging less than 2 children each. And that includes Asians, Hispanics, and blacks as well as white women. So the average couple isn't even replacing themselves. So I'm thinking this is what America will look like in a few generations. Hasidic Jewish people in the cities and suburbs, and the Amish dominating the rural areas. These are the 4 states of the 50 states I haven't been to in my lifetime. 2 of them I'm excited about, and 2 of them, meh. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. But I am heading for one of the states that I'm excited about. Welcome to Kentucky.
Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and true done true. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. It was on.
So far, first impression, the grass does not look blue as advertised. It's green like everywhere else. So according to the internet, the grass is kind of bluish in the springtime. I was expecting to see some horse farms, and I'm not disappointed. There are a ton of horse farms. Beautiful to see. Actually, the grass does seem to have kind of a bluish tint to it. Definitely different than grass that I'm used to seeing. And speaking of bluegrass, Kentucky is where bluegrass music was created by a man named Bill Monroe.
The people would come from far away to dance all night till the break of day. When they called her hollering, "Do-si-do," you knew Uncle Ben was ready to go. Hey,
Bluegrass is a form of the music that the Irish, English, and Scottish brought to this part of the country. One story about Bill Monroe that I thought was kind of funny was that his girlfriend wanted him to swear on a Bible that he wasn't cheating on her. So he took the Bible from her and he hit her with it. Not that domestic violence is funny, but the fact that she was belted with a Bible in the Bible Belt, that's pretty funny, you got to admit.
Lord, how to bring, you can hear it talk, you can hear it sing.
Check out the architecture in this town. Wow.
When he called Boston boy, the greatest of all, what Jenny Lynn, I mean, that's where feeling began. Hey, you need that about sundown, high on the hill in the public town. Maybe little Lord, how to bring, you can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Never forget that mournful day when Uncle Ben was called away. They hung up his fiddle, they hung up his bow, they knew it was time for him to go. Hey, and about sundown, high on the hill in above the town. Uncle Ben played his fiddle, lot of Halbert ring. You could hear it talk, you could hear it sing.
This is Paris, Kentucky. Never heard of it. I was planning to visit Kentucky with my late husband for what would have been our 25th wedding anniversary. Then he had a heart attack. I always had to have a car museum on the itinerary to get him excited about my various road trips. And in Kentucky, it's a Corvette museum. Kentucky is where Corvettes are produced. But right after my husband passed away, the Corvette museum I was planning on us visiting was swallowed up by a sinkhole, which is kind of bizarre. I don't know if he had anything to do with that. But the museum is back in business, and they even display the damaged Corvettes now.
Shining bright, and they whispered from on high. Your love that said goodbye, blew the moon of Kentucky.
I was hoping to see some hillbillies too, but Kentucky is looking pretty affluent so far with all these beautiful horse farms.
You'll probably see some hillbillies at Walmart.
I hope so. So, according to Wikipedia, I need to go to Tennessee if I want to see a hillbilly. I love this description of hillbillies. A hillbilly is a free and untrammeled white citizen of Tennessee who lives in the hills, has no means to speak of, dresses as he can, talks as he pleases, drinks whiskey when he gets it, and fires off his revolver as the fancy takes him. I definitely want to meet some hillbillies.